What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. And oh no, that didn't happen. Right. So we have got a match, post-match reaction to Aston Villa 0, Everton 1 at home at 4:30 on Sunday, the 18th of January. As always, guys, if you are brand new here, please do hit that like, hit subscribe. It all helps the channel. We love everyone's support. And let us know what you think about this stuff in the comments. Tell us what you think about Emery's post-match conference. Should we jump onto that first? Because the game we will talk about. Yeah. Everyone's seen it, and it was just horrendous. Right. But let's talk about Emery.
The comments, mate. Like you said, the game. I get it. We're thin on the ground. Like we've sold Marlon. We didn't have anything off the bench. You couldn't change the game. Fine. But those comments, mate. I'm hoping that it's just another misinterpreted, broken English kind of frustrated Emery who did look pissed off. But I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not saying this is the case, but is the comments of we're not even contenders not contenders for the league, not contenders for the top 5? He said that's what he said, right? And the only thing that worries me about that is, does that mean in order for us not to be contenders? Because we've said this last week and probably in previous shows that if we could strengthen in January, we give ourselves a really good chance of finishing in the top 3 where we are now, right? Because we were 10 points clear of Liverpool at the point. It's now 7 points. Does this mean that there will be no incomings? And he genuinely believes that we're not in a top 4 race? Or is it just a case of that he's super pissed off that his hands are tied behind his back, and actually once he gets over this, we react in a positive manner? Although I don't see that with the fixture list that we've got coming up, with the squad that we've got. Fenerbahce away, Newcastle away. Yeah, it's a bit worrying. What's your thoughts?
So I want to read his comments word for word. Okay. So, and obviously you think about Emery, English, not his first language and stuff. I don't think anything was misinterpreted. I think you just have to listen carefully to what he said. He said, we are not contenders. We are not contender to be in the top 5. We are still not being contenders. So that says to me, he means we're not showing that we have got the depth or the strength or the belief to do that. I think as in that's what he's saying. We're not showing that at the moment. And then he said, there are other teams with more potential than us. So what I think he's saying there is that if the other teams get their act together and they play to the potential that their squad and that their money can do, then we are not top 5. So he's basically saying Chelsea can spend what they want, basically, pretty much. They can kind of spend what they want, do what they want. Man City can spend what they want, do what they want. Arsenal can, Liverpool can. And then you've got other teams like Man U who are coming to the fore. You've got all these, yeah, exactly, right. So you've got all these teams who are not hitting their potential, and so he's saying they all have the potential to be better than us. I think that's what he's saying, and obviously he's frustrated. He's frustrated at the game. Massive opportunity. He said it was a missed opportunity. He literally said, of course, it's a missed opportunity. So he's pissed off about that. We've now had another injury, which looks like a knee, which is, I don't know how long he'll be out. So that's at least 3 weeks, right?
Apparently, according to Twitter, there was a picture of him in one of the the rich seats, fucking what they call hospitality part at Trinity Road with a bunch of people, and it's no brace on or anything, and that he was going for a scan. Again, could just be bullshit. Could have been a picture from a different game for all I know. But
if he was going for a scan, it's not going to be less than 2-3 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
So he's missing, the next 4 games, 4 or 5 games.
Haven't you read the word for word statement, right? We'll go with that because that's less problematic, right? The only thing about the end of that interview, if you should, the reporter asked him twice, like, why do you think that is? She asked him twice, and he just stonewalled her. And like, I know you're frustrated, but it was just such an odd interview. Like when you read it, it doesn't any breakdown, but the
actual he can be spiky, right? He can be a bit like that.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I don't know. I understand that we want to speak to managers and all this kind of thing straight after the game. It's just not. It's not a good time, is it? You think about speaking to us straight after a game? Like you see our reaction straight after a game, and we're like, oh my god, we're seething, we're going crazy, and we don't care what we say. Yeah, we don't care what we say. You speak to a manager and it's going out to millions of people on TV.
Yeah.
They can only say certain things. He's going, why? And he's like, I'm not going to answer.
Well, of course. And then basically 15,000 podcasts get on and go. and
everyone reads into every little thing you say. And it's like,
yeah.
You can't say anything right. You can't say anything wrong. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we're still up there. We've lost a point on Arsenal. We haven't lost any ground on City. It's a missed opportunity, just like it was it against Liverpool previously? It's a missed opportunity, but we haven't lost anything. I mean, we've obviously lost. We've had that gap closed by Man U, which is worrying.
Yeah.
But we need.
I just think going forward, in my mind, it's kind of like, okay, all those things are true, but it is a missed opportunity. And again, another missed opportunity when we just looks like our mentality and we turned the corner. Like I really felt there was togetherness in the squad. And then it's like a little bit of history repeating. Like at the start of the season, we lose a player and the dressing room just wobbles, right? So maybe we're not to get like losing Marlon's. If you think yesterday in that game, having Marlon come on would have probably changed the game.
This brings us on to the Marlon thing, right? Like, just the more I look at it and the more I think about it, why? I don't mind the sale. Like, I don't mind.
I understand the sale, mate.
Yeah, I understand it. But one, you don't do it until you have someone medical like coming in. So you've got a replacement there. Or two, like surely Roma would have still been in it for another week. Like in a week time after those 4 games, they would have been there. Surely they weren't like sitting there going, you have to do it now or nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that. And the only thing I think of is that again we thought we had cover. We had how many times a year do you get ill, Gaz?
Once maybe.
Yeah. How the hell has Jadon Sancho been ill? What 3 times or something like that now? What? What's going on? The amount of players you see on the pitch with like Vicks or something here, and they all obviously they've already got some. There was 3 players that played for Chelsea that had a virus, and they all played.
Yeah, mate.
You paid 180k a week. What? No, you paid more than that because we're just covering the 180k. You're paid your full salary. Oh, get a nasal spray or some kind. Like what?
Mate, look, he might have had a headache. You don't know. Like,
Jesus Christ, man.
Look, I'm with you. Like, it's. I think it just about sums up Jadon Sancho, mate. That mentality is not right, and But having said that, I would have rather have had a very ill Jadon Sancho than an Evan Gassond anywhere near my team.
I'd have rather had you on the pitch than Evan Gassond. Like honestly,
me too, mate. I've generally got more of a clue how to play down the right side of a midfield and where I should be, rather than walking around like a lost sheep, like he's never played football before in his life.
And it's like that's the thing. It's like you've lost McGinn, really important player. You haven't got Kamara, you haven't got Onana, you haven't got Barkley. You got Bogard, who had an okay game. I actually thought Hemmings did all right, by the way, when he came on.
Yeah, he did when he came on. Yeah, get on to him in a bit.
And then you've got Gassong coming on, who arguably, I think I said to you, I'd rather grit it out and play with 10 men because I actually think we would have been better. We would have been harder working. We would have been like trying to do something. Every time you gave Gassong the ball, he did one thing, that header. He did that one looping header that almost went in, hit the bar, right?
Mate, I think that was lucky. I think that's more hit him in the wrong part of his head. But like genuinely,
absolutely awful. I swear it's a Mike Bassett, England manager recruitment. So for anyone that doesn't know, if you haven't seen Mike Bassett, go watch it. Mike Bassett, England manager, is absolute classic. Yeah. And that he gets this footage through, and it's like it's a highlight reel. And there's these goals absolutely banging in. Like, oh, what a goal! Oh, brilliant! Yes, sign him. Oh, it's incredible! Oh, look at that one! It's incredible! Oh, what a hit! Blah blah blah. Turns out the highlight reel was for the goalkeeper. So it was literally just goal, 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 goal. And that's all it was. And I feel like that's what it was. We were watching a scouting tape of, we thought we were getting another player on the pitch. Yeah. But actually, it turns out we were getting Evan Gasson, the guy who basically couldn't control it, couldn't pass, couldn't run with the ball, didn't know where he was running. He was running in front of Rodgers when Rodgers was running forward. It's like, no. Move the defender away from Rodgers. Like, just... And Pete was saying to me that this is why he doesn't play. And I went, no. And correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. Before he went to AFCON, he was playing.
Yeah.
He played week in, week out.
More or less, yeah. He had some part to play. Like, it was mainly in Europe, you know, yeah, I just... It's weird because you talk about the signings and then it just makes me question the Harvey Elliott thing, because you can't tell me. Well, at this point, I'd rather pay 35 million quid for Harvey Elliott and give him what is going on. Like, I think correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments, people. If I think Elliott's played like 7 games for us. Right, so if we've got that obligation to buy him at 10, that means he could have played yesterday. We're down to the bare bones. Right, he would have been better, right, than Gassond. This guy has got all the experience in the Premier League to help us. And I don't... Obviously, there's something going on because it's not... I mean, he's not even in the squad again. I think he's dead. But it doesn't make any sense to me that you pay... How much we pay for Gassond? Like 25 million, 28 million or something stupid like that, right?
Way too much. Way too much. Like, apparently we're looking... what is it? Besiktas want 10 million euros plus... But there's like 3 players. And so it's either we pay the money that they want, which I think they want 20 million euros, or
well, mate, if Besiktas have watched that game yesterday, there's no way they've taken him. They go, nah, you know, anyone but him, right? I question how he's become a professional footballer, like genuinely, because it's not just what he does on the ball; it's off the ball. Like, he's lost. He's literally walking around. He's not getting back into position. He's not tracking. There was one point where they had a free kick on the left-hand side in the first half, and it was played in, and we headed it away, and he stood, right, like, Boy Martinez. If the ball had come back, he'd have been playing everybody on side.
And Torres was like, get out. Get out.
What the fuck are you doing? It's worse than Sunday League, mate. Like, how's Emery... Like, we're talking about Emery as one of the best managers in the world, and I'm not questioning, but how are you watching that and justifying playing him? You know, that is basic shit, man, and it costs you in the end. And like you say, it was like we were carrying a man, and we just, as soon as McGinn went off in the 18th minute, we just didn't recover. Like, we just didn't get going, really. Like, we had a couple of chances, right? Rodgers was wasteful. I thought he was good. I thought he caused problems.
Too many touches, didn't he? Yeah. He just tried to take on one too many players, and I was like, mate, just why have you not tried to hit that at that point? Like,
well, mate, he took his finishing from the warm up. We watched his warm up, and he scored 4 over the netting into the hole, right? Like, Jesus, and he did exactly the same in the game, right? Like, I've got a feeling that the Marlon sale again has probably upset a few people. Now, I'm not in a way like the JJ one did, but just the fact that I think players recognise that letting him go at the point we're letting him go. You know, if you look at him, Marlon last Saturday against Spurs was excellent, and this would have been snowballing this week. He maybe put in a transfer request because he knows he wants to play minutes, so they know he's going, right? But the reality of it sets in. You go, fuck, we've literally got we got nothing now. We got no other option. We've got to rely on Ollie Watkins, right? And mate, yesterday, anyone in the comments can defend him. You need to give your head a wobble because he was shit yesterday. He didn't do a thing, right? And if you come at me with, he ran a little bit, fuck off, right? Yeah. He didn't do anything. When he had the ball, he got outpaced by O'Brien and whoever their makeshift centre-half was. We're talking about a weakened Everton defence here.
The thing is, like, we talk about our team at bare bones. I think they had 8 players out or something like that. It's not like Everton were flying like with their strongest.
We bottled it. Ultimately, we bottled it. We absolutely bottled it. We didn't turn up big because even if you go back to it, fundamentally that starting 11 was our starting 11: Bar Kamara, Bogard for Kamara, and Bogard's more than capable of doing a job in there, right?
Easily good enough.
But the tone of the game was set after 17 seconds from kickoff, mate. A ball over the top. Pau Torres doesn't deal with it. They hit the post, right? If that goes in, I was
actually really surprised how high they pressed us.
Yeah. Well, look, when I spoke to that Everton fan, Joe, he said, "No, we'll come and play and press." And I thought, well, fair play. We'll probably beat. I think we'll beat you comfortably. But we didn't. How sloppy we were in possession. We gave the ball away time after time after time, and most of it was unpressurised, mate. We just give the ball away, just sloppy giving the ball away.
Like as good as Bogard, he had an okay game, but that some of those passes through the middle were just like dreadful.
Well, the crazy thing is, right, it wasn't all bad. We had some really good passes to play down the left-hand side. Yeah. Maatson, Tielemans linked up. We got into some good positions in the final third, but we weren't clinical again. And so I come back to Watkins, Rodgers, and you go, we fucking need someone who knows where the back of the net is. And I'm not like people go, oh, you're going to pay 100 million for a striker like that. Okay, fine, maybe you are, but the whole point of being a world-class manager and a world-class scouting team, find someone that's not 100 million. Find someone that can do it. There'll be a player in world football out there, a diamond in the rough, that's got the ability to start putting the ball in the back of the net. Because if we
you get that back in one season if you qualify for Champions League.
Well, I'm just saying, mate. Like we add mentality sometimes as a fan base is like, well, we can't do that, so we just rely on Ollie Watkins, and he's not open to any criticism, and I'm bored of it now. Because I'll die on the hill of he's not improved since 23-24. In fact, he's got worse. And so, yes, I haven't got a magic wand and an answer to go out and who and buy. That's why Emery's paid the big bucks. Find someone, bring someone in, find someone and fucking play him and give us another dynamic. Because Ollie Watkins has hit the ceiling at Villa. He's played well in 3 games this season, I think, right? And the frustrating thing for me is he doesn't do the stuff he's supposed to do. Like yesterday, again, not anticipating stuff. He was outpaced by whoever their centre half was 3 times when he was almost through 1-on-1. He's lost that yard of pace. Rodgers is running at the back 4, and his movement's really poor. He's not offering an option. It's kind of like last season against Everton away. Rodgers picks the ball up and he peels off and he plays the ball and we win the game 1-0. Yesterday, watch, please, I implore you to watch it back. Several times Rodgers picks the ball up and he's running at defence, and Watkins, I don't know what he does, but he doesn't make any kind of movement that gives him the space for that ball to be played. So Rodgers ends up getting to the edge of the area, taking one too many touches, having a shot that gets blocked. Watkins had 3 moments yesterday where one in the first half on the edge of the area where he played the ball out of his feet, similar to his Forest chance, but didn't hit it, held on to it, and then tried to square it. Just fucking hit the ball. You've done it against Forest. It threw in the top corner, didn't do it. Then in the second half, he got outpaced by their centre half when he was put through. Brilliant ball from Tielemans, just nowhere near the ball. And then I think halfway through the second half, he had another chance like that where he was in the box and he got it out of his feet. But then he took another touch and the defender blocked it. Why does he have to take 2-3 touches?
That's always been like this season, though, isn't he? He's like had that 1-2 and like hit it, and he doesn't hit it, and then he'll hit it.
Mate, why am I getting shit online? Why am I going crazy? Am I the only one watching him and going, that's not good enough? But he's protected because he had 31 goal involvements 3 years ago. Like, come on, mate.
He's got 82 goals in 206 Premier League appearances. He's got 82
mate, that's shit. I don't care what you say. He's our all-time leading Premier League. That is a crap return.
Well, the all-time Premier League goal scorer thing actually drives me mad because it's like, well, yeah, because he's been with us for is it 5 years, 4 seasons, 5 seasons?
6 years, mate. 2019, 20.
He's been with us 6 seasons, and the last 3 or 4 seasons he's been with us during probably the best time to be at this club, the most successful time we have had since the 80s, right? Or since, well, maybe early 90s, I suppose. So it's the most successful time that we've had at this club. It's the best team, best squad we've had, best team around him. Of course he's gonna. He's played 6 seasons. He's played 6 seasons for us. Of course he's going to be the all-time goal scorer because he's up top for a team that is very, very, very good.
Yeah.
Gabby only had that with Martin O'Neill. Other than that, he didn't have any of that time. So I understand. And Ollie has been a great servant to the club. He's done all this. He's been around for a long time. He's done all these things. But it is time to move. It's time to realise we are better than Ollie Watkins now. Yeah. We are better than Ollie Watkins now. If we had Ollie Watkins 2 seasons ago and he was doing that every season, we'd be absolutely fine with it.
Yeah. I just think I've had lots of comments this week about be careful what you wish for. Well, I think anything will be better. We've got to start again. I think you build something, you try and find someone, get someone younger, right? And we don't know, do we? We've had these moments. John Duran, whatever you think about him, mentally unstable, kind of obviously disrupted the dressing room.
Was it you said Emery wanted to keep him?
Yeah, Emery wanted to keep him, but it was just too far gone, mate. And I think when the offer cut, because he'd upset so many people, look, he wasn't towing the line. He's a maverick, wasn't he? So he turned up for training when he wanted, fucking trashing his fucking house, whatever, not giving a shit, basically, right? And, you have got to be careful with those kind of players because as much as they're doing it on the pitch, if you lose the dressing room with the rest of them, it's a team game. So you've got to balance it. And obviously, even then, we didn't know about it until it happened. But Watkins, an offer came in, or we tried to get him to go to Arsenal, didn't we? But I think the Saudi offer for Duran changed that because it was more money, right? So I don't think even Ollie wants to be there at times this season. It looks like he doesn't want to be here. I've said that for it's time for something new. And if it doesn't work out for us, then I'll stand by that sword as well. But I am sick to death of watching Ollie Watkins do fuck all in games. Right, that game against that level of opposition. Credit to Everton, they defended well, but they had 8 players missing. He should have been terrorising that back four yesterday, and he didn't do it once. He didn't even look close. He was non-existent. In fact, I don't think he touched the ball in the first half.
It's got no competition. He was never coming off.
Yeah. But that was it. But that was my sad thing yesterday. Like after half time, at 50 minutes, 60 minutes, I was like, well, he knows he's playing 90 minutes. Like, because there's no.
I mean, if I'm honest, almost all that team, they're playing 90 minutes for the next 3, 4, 5 games. They don't have anyone else. Like, they will play against Fenerbahce on Thursday. They will play against Newcastle. They will play against Salzburg. They'll play against Brentford. And then, I think of Brentford maybe come up. Onana might be coming back. I'm not sure. But do you throw him straight in?
Rumoured.
Probably not. I don't know.
Maybe you're going to have to. We're going to have to take the risk, aren't we? We can't afford to not play. Like, if you're fit, you're going to have to play. Like, it just... Like, this time last week, the world was rosy, man. I'd just come back from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, absolutely buzzing, thinking we're going to basically... We've got a week after we play Everton. It's all going to be great. And in that week, everything's just gone fucking wrong. And it's sod's law, isn't it? You sell one of your players and then your captain gets injured in 18 minutes in that Everton game. And like just watching him hobble off the pitch, like you say, even if best case scenario, it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks before McGinn's probably back. And if I'm honest, that it's not until it's gone that you realise how much energy he brings to that team. We play better when he's in the team.
We've said the whole time, like when people were questioning being like, is he good enough and stuff, I was just like, you've lost your marbles, mate. Like, honestly, you're completely off your rocket. Because...
Well, yesterday was a classic example of that, mate. If just watch how deflated the team is. So just his pure character in that squad and what he does it epitomises what he's done this season as he's dragged us up and got us going. Yeah. And now without him, I do worry that we've got no fight and grit in that team to really kind of get going, because that's what we needed yesterday, and it wasn't there.
He just sort of take it by the scruff of the neck, right? Yeah. Because they were being quite physical in the midfield. They had pace. They had a bit of power. We just didn't have anything. It was just really bad. It was really bad.
There was one point in the second half where we didn't win an aerial duel for about 15 minutes. I think I was watching the ball bit, and they were just first at everything. And obviously, once they scored, we gave them something to fight for. So they defended for their lives. They played 9 men behind the ball.
I think that when they went a bit deeper, we actually. kind of had a little bit more.
Yeah, we had a 10-15 minute spell where we got corner after corner, but again, it was all nothing, mate. Nothing really material. I think we only made.
Can we just talk about that Rodgers that corner? What an absolutely amazing routine! Like, so for anyone that didn't see it, you might. I don't think it was on the highlights. I think you saw his shot on the highlights, but you didn't see what happened. So
this was the best bit of the game.
Yeah, goes out for a corner, and then Rodgers runs over to our dugout, and he's like pretending. It was like pretending to have a conversation, or having a drinks break, or whatever. But he's not. He stood there, and then immediately turns round, runs. The ball gets played to him on the edge of the box, and he has a shot, and it actually I think he got a save. I think
I think it was a save in the first half.
Absolute genius. That was wonderful. I remember watching that. I was like, "It's quality. That is. Do that again."
We had two spells. One in the first half when that happened, right? Where 15 minutes where we kind of had a few chances. I think Rodgers had a shot blocked and in the area, and then he had a shot that he scored over the bar, which he probably should have scored after great work from Matson down the left. Like I said at the start, we had little passages in that first 20 minutes. Then McGinn went off. Nothing for the rest of the half. We were just useless. Second half, like you say, we had a 10-minute spell where we had peppering them with corners, but nothing really. We only made Pickford make one save, and that was from Rodgers again, where he killed it and he just tipped it over the bar. I was unlucky. But I thought Rodgers was busy again yesterday. I've got nothing.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, it's another. Our closest chance was a Rodgers worldie again, right? And it's like, I suppose I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, it's kind of been coming a little bit, right? Like if you think about it, we've been saying that we've been managing to win ugly. We've been managing to win, but we haven't been playing well, and we've managed to bang in a worldie from somewhere. Whether it's Kamara hitting it from the edge of the box, whether it's Rodgers banging it from wherever, whether it's Buendia, whether it's So at some point, everyone always goes, "Oh, you can't sustain it. That's not going to keep happening." And obviously, like we said, Everton were blocking shots left, right, and centre. They knew that if it came down to that, we were going to have to try and do stuff from the edge of the box. We didn't have the players on the pitch to be able to nip it through. We just didn't. There wasn't the space, so it just didn't happen. This one time, it did not happen.
I think overall, mate, like we've seen performances like that this season, right? Which is why I'm not fussed about the performance, but well, I am, but like not to the point where that's my concern. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, I think we've in those games though, like you say, we've ground them out. We've shown moments of quality. And all of a sudden, we've gone from having this stacked midfield that were contributing to nothing, and it's affected us. It has, and yesterday we just didn't have that bit of quality. We just didn't. It was it felt forced, and we were sloppy. Like I say, that I can't believe how many times we gave the ball away in good positions as well, where we could have broke away. Buendia was guilty of it. Bogard was guilty of it. Tillemans was guilty of it, which is so unlike him.
Some of his passes were awful.
Yeah,
absolutely, like belting it forward. It's like, who's that to? What's that? It's awful.
And so, it's one thing having a depleted squad, but then when the players on the pitch don't perform to the levels that they have done, even in those little moments of quality, it's football, isn't it? If I'm honest, I thought Everton were poor. They didn't really offer anything going forward. We've got to talk about the goal, mate, because
I was literally about to say, right, we need to talk about the goal. So Pau Torres obviously kind of bounces off his heel or something. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Well, mate, let's go back 2 steps, right? We have a throw-in. Right? Matty Cash, for whatever reason, takes about 17 minutes to make a decision to throw it to Ezri Konsa. Ezri Konsa then decides to take another 20 minutes to hold on to the ball, right? Do a little pivot around their player, and then play it to Torres, who, I don't know, was fucking daydreaming about fucking going to the World Cup or something.
I think he was shifting over position, and then when the ball came, he went to kind of like take it with his stretched leg, and I think it
just missed it. He just missed it, and he hits his heel. But then that's bad enough in itself. Then Dwight McNeil curls the tamest shot in the world, and Emery and Martinez, what's he doing? Just fucking hold the ball.
I'm guessing he's tried to catch it, and I'm like, fine, either catch it then, but if you don't catch it, do not parry it into the play. Don't. Like, if you're going to parry it, just parry it wide. carry it out towards that corner flag.
Mate, but then even the finish is lucky because I'm pretty sure as he strikes it, Cash tries to make a challenge. It hits Cash in the leg and it flips up in the air and we just watch it drip into.
Because a lot of people were saying it was an incredible finish. They said it was
mate, I've only watched it back from once, so I need to watch it back. I haven't had a chance. So if it's an incredible finish, I'll take my hat off and go incredible. For me,
Emmy's gone low, and he's thinking he's going to go near post. He's gone down low.
I'm convinced it takes a slight deflection off Cash, which is why it loops up so much. I'm pretty sure it hits the bar, which means Konza misses it and it goes in off the underside of the bar. I'm going to watch it back. I haven't had a chance this morning.
I think Konza touches it. I don't know if it's already gone in, but Konza does get a leg to it.
Yeah, but either way, mate, it's a fucking.
It's another.
Play that. If you play that goal to Benny Hill music, mate. If you play that goal to Benny Hill music, it's a sketch. It's like something. Right. I'm going to do it. Right. I'm going to get it and play. Get some Benny Hill music on it. And it just. I mean, we just didn't recover from that after the 59th minute. It knocked the stuffing out of us.
Usually when we've been going behind recently, I've sit there going, I haven't been too worried. I've been like,
yeah,
no, then we'll come back in this. When that goal went in, I was like, we don't look like scoring. We just don't look like scoring.
The other thing we need to talk about, actually, because Emery should be able to criticism. I don't understand, apart from if he was injured, because he did get a knock just before we took him off. But Maatsen was awesome yesterday. I think he was our best player, and the moment he took him off, we lost all kind of dynamic going forward. He was the only one that was bursting forward with pace and kind of. He was causing Everton loads of problems. Now he did get, I think, on his ankle, he got a knock.
Is there a bit of protecting him because we're going to need him?
Yeah, maybe. But Digne, for as solid as he is, just doesn't offer the same thing going forward for me. And in the games like that where Everton aren't really pushing, they're playing low block. We needed that pace, and it just that in the end they ended up with a couple of opportunities where they could have punished us even further when we lost the ball.
I thought Maatsen played well going forward. I think he was getting caught. I mean, a lot of players were. He was getting caught on the ball quite a lot at left back. He was getting a bit terrorised by some of their by their right winger and whoever else was in midfield. They were doubling up on him, and so I think yes, he was good going forward, but I think he was getting caught out. But like I said, I think everyone was. But if he did have some kind of like small little niggle, whilst I understand what you're saying that like we lost all impetus and we lost everything going forward on that side against Everton, we need to protect him because we're going to need him for Fenerbahce, we're going to need him for Newcastle, and we're going to need him for the Salzburg game. If we now go, like this is how this could roll out, right? Like we're so bare bones, we could lose against Fenerbahce. Which, by the way, we'll get onto the Duran thing in a sec because there's a lot of conflicting stuff. But I'm 90% sure he is available. But we will go over that in a sec. We could potentially lose to Newcastle. It's away at Newcastle. They've got a very good record there. We're not great there either. We struggle there. They're a very good team. They're on a bit of a run. They had a 0-0 with Wolves yesterday, but that was away from home. They're different at home. Then we got Salzburg. Very tough game. Under the light, and they'll pop. If we've just lost 2 games, that'll be quite edgy.
Yeah.
And then we've got Brentford, who are absolutely flying.
Yeah.
You could quite easily, draw 2 of those, lose 2, and all of a sudden, we're not sitting pretty.
We could lose all 4.
But I'm saying, but even if we drew them, we're all of a sudden, 2-3 points off 5th.
Yeah. Look. We just got to take one game at a time, like we said before. Like the panic button's not been hit yet. Hopefully, Emery's words were just like that biz-up interview and the Asensio. He's on the bench one where it's just it's quirky Emery, but he did look pissed off yesterday. I'm not going to lie. That the whole interview was really awkward, and even so much so they talked about it on Sky. It's kind of like that's odd. That's an odd way to react. So, it's all right trying to stay calm and all that, but you just think, shit, you start to spiral, don't you, with everything that's going on, and
we were going to hit a dip, right? Like we have the dip at the start of the season. We're going to hit a dip. We did incredibly in December. We can't believe what we did in December. Usually that's our period where we struggle. January now is this weird thing. There's the transfer. I hate these transfer windows, man. It's just fucking annoying. And now it's like, sort this out, and then we need to consolidate again. And we just need to weather this storm of injuries, like maybe hitting a bit of a bad run of form, these games that are coming thick and fast. We need to weather this storm. We need to do what we can.
Mate, we need whoever plays, whoever's available. They like, this is what's frustrating, I think, for me, is that every player in that team needs to just stand up and be counted for now. Yes, we're short, right? But there's still good players in that team that can change the game. Watkins needs to fucking step up to the plate. If he's going to be our main striker, then, mate, start making shit happen. Start working your nuts off to the point where, mate, run into the ground and then take him off and bring anybody on. But for 60 minutes, mate, I want to see him chasing every fucking thing down. I want to see him making runs that are effective in creating goal-scoring opportunities. Not what I saw yesterday, right? It just wasn't good enough. And I want... likes of Tielemans, he's going to have to step up. Like, a little bit, he can hide behind Kamara because Kamara does all the dogged work, but he's going to have to step up his game. But we've got the players that can do it. Konza, yesterday, like, he dwelled on the ball for so long at times when he didn't need to. And you're like, what are you doing? You don't usually do that. Why are we so nervous all of a sudden? You know, you've got Pau Torres who's come back. I would, you know, controversially, you know, if we're that short, right, bring Lindelof in against Fenerbahce, play him at centre-half, and play Pau Torres as a holding midfielder, right? We said that we talked about this on the like he's good enough to like whether he can or can't is to be seen. But with his ball playing skills, all you're asking is to take a step 5 yards forward, get the ball and play it through the lines, and let Tielemans do what he can do. Mate, it could work if like this is about being adaptable. And I don't want to hear like, oh, well, that's not his position. Like
he always talks about like Emery loving a utility player, right, who can play multiple positions. So I'm like, then why can't you play Pau? Like, we think like he's perfect for that holding role. I don't understand why we never tried that.
Mate, it makes no sense to me because yesterday, you know what Everton did really well? What I thought they did really well is they isolated Pau Torres. Numerous times they played long balls over the top and got him running back towards our own goal, right? And that guy has got no pace. He cannot run. Like, it's just, it's a worry. And actually, like I say, we get away with it when we've got a fully fit midfield because Kamara and co don't let that happen. Like yesterday it did because we didn't have the same presence in midfield, particularly when McGinn went off. So, you know, I think it was more so second half, but they did it straight away. They put the ball on him from kickoff, and look what he did. They hit the post, and they when they were trying to break, that's what they did. They targeted most of the balls were away from Konza, and Konza was covering, which is why we got exposed. Like it was good from Everton in a way. They did that because
David Moyes has been around the block. He knows what he's doing.
But he knows what he's doing, and so for me, you eliminate that threat. Then, if you play him in that holding role, he's not going to do that running. Now, Lindelof is just as slow. So, but what I'm saying is, will Pau Torres protect that and do a Kamara-like job in that area where we're not having to deal with balls coming over the top and getting the centre half turned towards their own goal? It's our weakness. It always has been, and that's how teams will beat us. That's how they beat us yesterday. Like it's as simple as. So, it's frustrating for sure, but. You know, we just got to chalk it off and move on to the next one. Like, we can't dwell on it. It's all about how we react now.
But the question is, obviously, the transfer window is open. The Tammy Abraham saga continues to drag. I feel like I thought that was going to be done, like within the last week. But I don't understand. Like, it feels like it's getting more and more. Have you seen the latest stuff that's came out from the Besiktas president? Do you see what he said?
Oh no, what did he say? No, I haven't seen that. What's he said?
So he said, so obviously another Premier League team have entered the race, which we believe is Nottingham Forest, which I'm just like, I don't know why he would go there. Apparently, Tammy wants to come to Villa, where his preference. He's happy with like the offer, like contract offer. But basically he said, there is an offer for Abraham. We do not favour Abraham's departure. There are no other players offered. If that comes, we will sit down and think about it. Another team from England is interested. We don't think of sending him somewhere. We will see what will come our way. There is no player in the offer we received. There are players that the technical staff want from Aston Villa. We conveyed it to them. So basically, like we said, they want a player plus money. They basically want someone to replace him or to pad out the squad, which is normal. That's kind of smart dealings, right? Like we've just got rid of Marlon and we've had absolutely no one to come in and replace him in any way.
That makes perfect sense, right? Because you don't want to weaken your team.
And apparently one of them is Gesson. Apparently one of them is Gesson.
Mate, if it's Gesson, like I said, I'll happily take him to the airport, pack his bags. Thanks for coming, mate.
We'd have to take a big loss. We'd have to take a big loss.
And I'd love to ask him what AI service he uses for his video reels, because it looks really authentic that he could actually play football. Right? So this is the danger with good people with AI, mate. You can't tell reality. Like, you know, most of it you can, but the good ones you can't. And he's absolutely pulled our pants down. And he's I'm convinced he works at Tesco and doesn't have a fucking clue what football is. Like, it's going to come out where he's just basically pranked it. He sent an email to fucking Villa with a video record going like, "This, I play for Nice in League 1." Right, and he hasn't. He's just done it all himself. He's never been anywhere. He's not even French. He lives in.
He's gone, "Oh, Nice." He's like, "Oh, Nice. That sounds nice. Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll put that on it. Yeah, that sounds good." Oh, jeez.
That's what I guess. You know what? A better one. He works in the nice biscuit factory. You know, there's nice biscuits.
Yeah. He's come from Nice. Yeah, he's come from Nice.
That highlight reel is basically superimposed the stadium from Nice, and it's just him playing for his Sunday League team. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there he's got the high vis on, and then he's just like put a badge on it and stuff. Oh God, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on to. So obviously we have the little matter of every week we predict, which is now updated.
Mate, nobody's predicted that, right? That we'd lose 1-0.
No, so Lynette went for a 1-1. So Nettie went for a 1-1.
Interesting. What did Cole go for?
Carl went for a 2-0 Villa.
Yeah, that's
no one went for a loss. No one went for a loss. So no one. So as you were. So we still got Carl at the top.
As you were.
Juice following 2 points behind. Aaron 4 points behind that. And so on and so forth. And now got 16 people playing, mate. It's decent. You know, getting all right little group of people on in now. But yes, obviously Fenerbahce coming up. So if you do want to put your predictions in, get them in, and we will have that before that game. We will be doing our preview on Fenerbahce. We'll get on to John Duran just in a second for like 5 minutes or so. But we'll be doing our preview of Fenerbahce probably Wednesday. I can't do tomorrow, so Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday's cool, mate. We'll do Wednesday.
So that'll come out Wednesday before the game on Thursday night. It's an early kickoff, isn't it? Is it 5:45? I think it's 5:45 for Riley.
Oh, I don't. No, I think it might be 8 o'clock, mate. Let me check.
No, I am like 90% sure it's a 5:45.
Oh, please don't be 5:45. I'm supposed to be playing football. I've just said yes to football.
I am 99%.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, 5:45.
Yeah, because we are. Because either you were maybe going to do a watch along. We might get Sam on for the post match to chat about it as well. But John Duran. So obviously John Duran received a red card. It was a straight red, if I remember rightly, for dangerous behaviour.
Apparently like a flying headbutt thing. Apparently, I haven't seen it, but I heard great things about it.
So he received a 3-match. I think was it 3 or 2 match ban? I can't remember.
3-match ban, I think.
So apparently it was appealed. There's a lot of like conflicting news. So there's 2 things. One was he got an internal club suspension.
And
a fine, I think. The club suspension's now been like rescinded. So his suspension internally has been rescinded. But UEFA, apparently they made an appeal to UEFA and that ban was reduced to 1 game. Which, if that's the case, they played Bran.
Yeah.
So that means he would now be available. I don't understand why it's so hard to find out this information. It's literally like, it's a European competition. It's a big thing. And it's really hard to find out whether a player's banned or not. I don't understand.
According to a couple of websites, I don't know what it's from, but it's got unavailable players for both teams. And I think I sent you the picture, and it says that he's suspended. So currently, do you know what? It doesn't even matter. It's the least of our fucking problems, mate. It doesn't matter if Duran plays or not. If we're bare bones, they'll beat us anyway. If we play like we did against Everton, they'll be up for it. That atmosphere in Turkey is intimidating, and I just worry with how thin we are that we're not going to have the experience. Like yesterday stank of that we just haven't got the experience within the squad in moments like that, like to galvanise us. Like I say, losing McGinn.
One man who usually does, and it's McGinn.
And he's gone. He ain't going to be there Thursday. So
puts a tackle in or do something, and we're not going to have him.
Who out of that current squad can do that? We've got good players, but none of them are real natural born leaders like McGinn is. So that's a concern.
Not in that area of the pitch. Like, do you play Mings because he offers you that? But he's not going to do that because he wants to play Torres. So it's like
Mings is the only one, mate. Mings is the only one who's got those leadership skills, but he hasn't played for God knows how long. Unlikely that he's going to drop, like you say, Pau Torres. I mean, he could do that. He could put Torres in that holding role and play Mings at centre half. He could do that.
Yeah, I can't see him doing it. He's not going to do it.
But
no, it's not what I feel. No, not going to do it.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, anything's a possibility. You could play, I don't know, like in Ollie Watkins.
What I'm saying is that there are options there. It's whether this, we all know that Emery can be pretty stubborn as well with what he likes and what he does. So, hence the Harvey Elliott situation. You can't tell me there could have been flexibility around that yesterday, in particular, being so bare boned. Okay, I know you don't want to buy him, but he could play 2 more games just before we'd have to, and that would have been useful yesterday as something, So, Sancho, again, on that same website that says Duran suspended, it says that he's ill and doubtful for Thursday. Now, I don't know what kind of illness this guy's got, right? But fuck me, right?
There's stuff going round, but like, I don't know. I just think, mate, professional athlete,
even if he's got COVID, just go and play football and fucking sweat it out. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Like,
run, just run around. I don't understand. I don't know, mate. I'm getting more and more frustrated thinking about it. But anyway, so we will be, like we said, we will do the preview for that, and then obviously we'll do the post-match. Likely do it live on Thursday night after the game. And then obviously we've got Newcastle at the weekend, so we will be doing a preview to that as well before that game. That'll probably go out Friday, I guess.
Yeah.
Anything else from you guys?
Yes, mate. I've got a story. Final thoughts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because not only did we lose 1-0 yesterday, the day was fucking absolutely shocking. Right, so for those of you that follow us on TikTok, obviously I've started doing lives from the game. Had no problem. Did Nottingham Forest one, no issues. Went to Spurs last week, recorded the whole game. People got involved. General banter, really, really good. So did the first half yesterday, and then get 2 fucking angry stewards come over and go, "You need to stop filming." And I'm like, "Why? You can't film. All the filming footage it belongs to Aston Villa." It's like, I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Okay."
So many people with their phones out for things. I don't understand.
Yeah. So I stopped filming. I went and spoke to the steward and said, "I don't understand it. I'm not filming anybody. The camera's on me. I'm not recording the game. So there's no copyright issues." And then he went, "Oh, someone's complained." So we think it was 2 people sat behind.
Nothing to do with what you said then.
Yeah, right. But he said, "I've had someone complain, so you've got to stop filming. They don't want to be on your camera." I'm like, and I said, "Well, who is it?" He said, "I can't tell you who it is." Obviously, it was 2 people behind us potentially who don't usually sit there. So hopefully that's just a minor thing, and I'll try it again against Salzburg and see what happens. So I didn't record the second half. It was fine, we watched the game or whatever. But I enjoyed doing the reactions live, and that's a good thing. Even though you get a load of abuse going, "Watch the game." I'm watching the game, I'm not watching the comments. I've got moderators doing the comments for me. I'm just kind of like, it's about the reaction to it. That's all it is. Anyway, which is good fun, right? And we've had some really positive kind of feedback for that. So we will continue to do them. Hopefully, I won't have any issues going forward, but we'll see. But the old nonsense of that you can't record in Villa Park because it's a private property, mate, I did say to the steward, the guy behind me, we sit 8 rows from the front, so he's all right being on national TV.
Has he seen this guy called Max Stokes, who has about 80,000 or 100,000 followers, who basically videos himself and videos the pitch throughout games? Like, it's stupid, honestly.
Mate, but this is what I'm saying. How many content creators are filming stuff and people are in it? Bullshit, mate. Like, that guy who complained, or he was an old fat slug. Maybe he was at the game with someone he wasn't supposed to be at. I don't know. But he was barely on it because it was on. Anyway, really frustrating me. Then I get home, jump on TikTok live to do a live reaction to the game. It's all going well. We got 150 people. Right. Someone asked me about that sign football in the background, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're running a competition. It's for charity. You can donate £5 to Children's Acorns Hospice and win the ball. The moment I said win the ball, banned from TikTok. Banned from TikTok for 3 days for promoting gambling, apparently. Right. So I appealed it, right, and said, I'm not promoting gambling. It's for a charity event. It's clearly stated as a charity event. Like, you know, I don't understand. I've been promoting the ball all season on TikTok. It's not my first time I've done that. Like, you know, and I'm like, what's going on? And they went, no, the ban is withheld. You can go back on live on Wednesday, the 21st. So, no live for 3 days. I'm going to try a YouTube live later, mate, because you can do it from your phone. Like, I don't know if it's any good. Well, you know, probably won't get as many views,
numbers. It might be the same numbers, but you might as well if you've got the time.
Mate, I'm addicted. I need a live rant, right? So I might try an hour later. I'll put a video out on TikTok later, just saying if you want to come and join, come and do that. And you know, but TikTok's been weird for lots of people. Like big content creators have come off it and complained because they've been censored for various things and banned. And you're like, you know, it's just so weird. And even with the appeal thing, I even had thank you for all the people that sent messages as well, going, that's a joke, and I even offered to appeal the appeal with me because I don't understand for promoting a charity thing how you can be banned for promoting gambling. So TikTok needs to sort their lives out. But it just topped off a fucking shit afternoon, if I'm honest. I was like, this is just poo. But there you go. We are being censored, people, even around football nowadays. Like they're looking at always what's going on. What is going on in the world?
I don't know, mate. TikTok's a weird place. Anyway, right. So that's your final thought?
That's my final thoughts. We go again. We go again, don't we? You know, it's football. Emotions were high yesterday, and emotions are a little bit high today. And I've tried not to spiral, but it is that the performance I could deal with because we've played poorly this season before and got out of jail with moments of brilliance. So that's fine. I didn't like Emery's interview afterwards. I didn't. It's not even kind of what he said. It's just it was his body language and he looked pissed off, and it wasn't like with the Bizot thing. It was funny, and with the other things, it's been like a little bit comical. And you go, okay, there's belief there, but if he doesn't believe and he's frustrated, that's my only worry. Like, and then you start to spiral, go because I don't want to lose him, mate. Like, and if he's getting that frustrated over that, like, you know, he could go, fuck it, I'll go somewhere where I'm going to be given all the money in all the world. You know, I don't. But just stick with us, Unai, because I still believe that next year will be different. I think we'll gamble next year. I think we'll go all out and take the fine and take the hit because we'll have a better. With this year's been a better.
I think we get Champions League. I think we get Champions League, a decent shake-up. But I think, I mean, but like we said, he can be a bit spiky. He you know, he had the whole thing with Arteta as well. Like, he didn't shake his hand, and then that wasn't long ago. And then, it's just, he can be like that, can't he? And I didn't like it, but I don't want to read too much into his comments because I just don't. Look, you know, like I said, I think you can interpret it in different ways.
In Unai Emery, we trust, mate. That's my final thought. In Unai, we trust.
Exactly.
All right.
Go on, mate.
Please, me too. And as always, people, every week we follow the boys in claret and blue. Oh, just before we go, the atmosphere was okay yesterday, I thought. We did. There was a bit where we could get behind.
Was that just because we were singing at Jack, though?
Probably. I thought it was very good. Villa Till I Die, when he came out on the screen, they put him on. Well done, Villa. That was it. Take that. Highlight of the thing. And like you say, Morgan Rogers free kick. Well done, mate, for going to get a fake drink and getting a shot. Let's see more of that, please. Brilliant.
Right. See you a bit.